Alright guys, today I'm bringing you a game between Empire Nerchio and Dignitas Naniwa. On the top left we do have Nerchio, the Zerg player. Now this is the European BattleNet Invitational, so he is playing a fellow European in Naniwa, our red Protoss on the right. And I expect both these players to play at a high level. Obviously they're part of the EU BattleNet Invitational. And if you guys haven't seen it, there's more than a couple games out already, and there's been a lot of interesting games so far. Now this map is Shakura's Plateau, so I expect to see fast expands from both players actually. And it looks like Naniwa is going to go ahead and put his pylon in a forward position. Sorry, I got the coughs right now. But both players are going to scout in the correct position. Naniwa is going to send his probe in, be able to see what's going on. No fast pool yet, so he should assume it's going to be like a 13 hatch or maybe even a 15 hatch. And Naniwa is just going to continue to crank out those probes. No shenanigans happening from Naniwa, such as cannon rush or anything. Actually, Naniwa doesn't even have his building yet. Ooh, actually, spawning pool first on this map. Interesting decision. Naniwa brought his probe out expecting to see a drone. Yeah, and then he's going to probably block it. There we go. A little block shenanigans. Also over here, where is the probe going? I think that's just a misclick by Naniwa. And yeah, block with the pylon. He is unfortunately going to be able to see this spawning pool. Probably going to cancel the pylon as soon as he sees that. Knows his opponent's going to try to go for early hit, and a forge does go down for Naniwa, which is actually interesting because I've watched more than a couple of Naniwa games where he actually does go for that Nexus first, which I think is risky, but he somehow holds it off every time, so I always enjoy watching that kind of play. And it looks like Naniwa's probe is going to scout out this as well, and that's a pretty bad problem for Nerchio, especially if Naniwa decides to cannon it in. Is going to maybe do something with it. Nope. We do have a drone in the base for Naniwa, and Nerchio's just going to delay that Nexus as long as he can, but it does go down. And Naniwa's probe is going to be seen by Nerchio's Overlord. Don't know what's going to happen with it. One Zergling is going to go ahead and try to finish it off, and I don't know what this probe thinks he's going to do. Gateway does go down. Gas for Nerchio is on the way, but I expect that's just for speed. And for Naniwa, 2 gas is going down. Probably going to see some Stargate play from Naniwa, I think. He did get supply block for some reason. That was weird. And probe did go down. And it looks like Nerchio's just going to go ahead and get his Zerglings in position just to scout the map out. Make sure no shenanigans that he doesn't know about are going on. And actually, it'd be interesting to see if Nerchio is going to go for maybe a double hatchery. He does have more than enough minerals, or he has almost enough minerals saved up right now. And yeah, I think so. We're going to see. There it is, another hatchery. So, kind of risky for Nerchio right now. Not a lot on the map for Naniwa though, so Naniwa can't really do anything. But maybe as soon as his Stargates or his tech comes into play, Nerchio might be in trouble. We're going to see Nerchio just drone up for now, though, like all Zerg players love to do. And Naniwa, in the meanwhile, is also just going to get his probes out. Harvester count right now is in favor of Naniwa, but I expect that to skyrocket now that Nerchio has his second base up. He has his third as well. And he has these queens just injecting as much as he can. And Naniwa's probe is going to be able to scout, see no tech, and should feel safe from that. So, ooh, actually +1 weapons. It could be maybe a Blink Stalker push or some other kind of time push, but it's kind of hard to tell because still no tech out for Naniwa. He just has one cannon at the front just guarding his base. It would have been interesting to see if Nerchio would have won a Roach Sling all in. I think that could have broken it, but I don't know. I think both players are in a pretty good position right now, just getting their macro up. Income tab now shows Naniwa still ahead, surprisingly, but it looks like Nerchio is just closing the gap as fast as possible. Naniwa does still have both guys on gas, has 200 gas saved up, so there it is. Twilight Council off of one gate. I would say this is just Blink Stalkers. I don't think it's going to be DTs, although it could be. I'm not 100% sure on the actual builds of Protoss players, because whenever I do a build that focuses on DTs, I always like to just rush for the Twilight Council and then rush to the Dark Shrine. But I've seen a couple of Protoss players actually go for the gateways first just to be safe. So they get their 3 gate, and then they get the Twilight Council and then the Dark Shrine, just so that they're safe from any kind of super early harassment from their opponent. And it looks like Nerchio does have a decent amount of Zerglings on the way, plus 2 attack on the way for Naniwa, which makes me think that it's gonna be Blink Stalkers. There it is. Blink is on the way. We do see 5 gates going, and this should be a pretty bad position for Nerchio, because he's so spread out right now. He doesn't have a Roach Warren. Oh, there it is. Actually, he does have Roach Warren. Lair is on the way. We do see he does have nice saturation in all of his bases. Even Harvester counts right now. +1 melee on the way for Nerchio. Is getting that creep spread, which is vital right now, because even if he does have roaches, they won't have roach speed, and against Blink Stalkers, that's pretty bad. And we do see the 6 gates are about to finish. Actually, it'll be 7. It'll be 8 gates, actually. Oh, wait. He's going to go ahead and destroy that gate of his. And he's going to actually push right when when Blink is about to finish, so nice build by Naniwa. Actually, +2 attack might finish around the same time as his push. Pretty smart from him, doing a build that maximizes his units. And there we go. Stalker's starting to warp in. But Nerchio, again, has that creep spread. He does have a decent amount of bases set up. Continue to produce drones. He doesn't know what his opponent has right now. Ooh, Lings are in a misplaced position, not scouting this push right here. But Nerchio is producing a lot of units right now. And I think this amount of roaches should be good enough. There is no probe to put down a pylon. Oh, there it is. Pylon in a different position than I would expect. But it looks like the Zerglings are going to go ahead and try to snipe it. No go. A lot of more Stalkers being warped in. And I don't know, Naniwa has some really good micro. He could do a lot of damage with this. 24 Lings on the way, though. And actually, with this amount of Lings, if Nerchio could get this round, he might be able to win this pretty easily. This is a lot of roaches as well. But there are nicely placed pylons. I don't know, we'll have to see. Force Field is not doing too much. Naniwa is going to continue to push. Interesting decision. Ooh. He does have, if you guys didn't see it, he had an Observer on the way. He might just blink into Nerchio's main, which would be a huge problem. As well as he could actually warp inside the main with that pylon placement. And it looks like Nerchio's not going to engage. Oh, needs to get better surround with those Zerglings to prevent. Ooh, nice Force Fields. Now, those Force Fields are really good. Nerchio's going to try to save his units. A lot of Zerglings did go down. A lot more Zerglings on the way. 24. Infestation Pit on the way. And we do have that Observer incoming, I believe. Oh, actually, the Observer just went ahead and went to the main army. No, Blink! Yeah, I think so. There it is. Ooh. Now Nerchio's in a pretty bad position. He's going to have to split up his army, maybe. No, he's going to send it all in. But then again, Naniwa could just blink down into this low ground right here and save himself. Blink micro going on for Naniwa. Nice. Making Zerglings ineffective and making Roaches pretty ineffective as well. And look at this. He can just blink back up as well. So Nerchio's in a really awkward position right now. +3 ground or +3 attack for Naniwa is almost halfway, or more than halfway finished. +2 melee for Nerchio is halfway finished. We do have Investors on the way, but I don't know. Nerchio's just in such a bad position right now. Even though he has a greater economy, I don't think he can produce as much as his opponent, and the mobility of these Stalkers are really huge right now. Nerchio's going to try to push in again and blink away from Naniwa. Naniwa always has the option to blink up here if he needs to, which is pretty deadly for his opponent. +3 attack is about to finish. 20 more seconds, or 20 more in-game seconds. And nice, killing the Creep Tumors as well. Going to prevent the movement speed of his opponent. And I think he's going to go ahead and blink back in. Infestors, ooh, nice, Fungals. Now he should send in all of his units. Need to hug the units, Nerchio. And no, Naniwa's going to have enough time to blink backwards. Although more roaches are streaming in. Not enough roaches to counter this. Roaches are not upgraded at all. 14 Zerglings on the way, as well as a macro hatch, or a fourth hatch. And, ooh, drones are being pulled. Not the best decision. And I think Naniwa is just going to take this game pretty easily. A lot of blink stalkers right here. Very nice build by Naniwa, maximizing his unit use with the mobility and the blink capability of his units. And I think that's GG for Nerchio, and we should be going on to game 2 of this invitational series. Hope you guys enjoyed.